Greetings everyone, this is the AS300 class for this week. The topic is comprehensive airman fitness for this lesson, and as we all know, people are the most important asset that the Air Force has and the military has in general. And so it's in the Air Force's best interest to keep everyone healthy, happy, and most importantly, resilient. So the three things we're going to talk about today are a definition of what comprehensive airman fitness is. I'm going to explain the 4 domains and tenets of the program, which is really the heart of the resiliency piece. And then lastly, I'm going to talk about some tools that you can use and you can share with your fellow airmen that you can help them keep resilient in these turbulent times that we are in. Now, comprehensive airman fitness is defined as a holistic approach to development and an overarching airman fitness and resilience. It's a total force initiative for all military, civilian, and family members that encourages fitness along those 4 domains or tenets. The 4 domains that we're going to talk about are mental, physical, spiritual, and social. But being fit across all 4 of those domains is what the whole idea is, overarching idea of the comprehensive airman fitness. Now, as with everything in the Air Force, there is a AFI and a mission and a vision to it. So the mission for the comprehensive airman fitness program is to build and sustain a thriving and resilient Air Force that fosters mental, physical, social, and spiritual fitness. And the vision is a thriving Air Force community ready to meet any challenge. So that's a good, solid mission and vision for that. And as I mentioned before, there is an AFI as well. AFI is AFI 90-506, and that basically outlines a strategy that the Air Force has for the Comprehensive Airman Fitness Program. It has some key concepts in that AFI, so it talks about emphasizing what fit people do and extrapolating that to others so that you can kind of do what other people have done to stay fit in these 4 domains. So just kind of tips to have a balanced, comprehensive fitness. It also covers the wingman concept. With every base you'll have in the Air Force is going to have a wingman day periodically, once a year, maybe twice a year. And this is a stand-down day where all operations stop and we get together in our organizations and we talk about how we can be better wingmen. There's a big focus on resiliency there too, as well as a focus on preventing suicides and looking out for the signs that your fellow airmen might be possibly considering suicide. So that's the wingman concept. You'll see more about that when you go on active duty. And the last key concept of the Comprehensive Airman Fitness AFI is it encourages self-help and reduces stigma with seeking help as well. So self-help means there's classes that the Air Force is going to provide to its members to help them be more resilient. Some classes are like navigating electronic relationships, anger management, how to avoid marrying a jerk, and stress management, parenting classes, as well as small business. So all these things are going to help you and your fellow airmen when these different life events happen. Having a baby is a big life event, and it's going to come with its own stressors. Getting into different relationships with people, making sure you're in a healthy relationship with people is important. So it's good to have classes on that. Anger management. Sometimes people don't handle stress well, so they lash out with anger, and we have classes that can help people to control that anger and channel it in a positive way. All right, now I'm going to go into detail about those 4 specific domains or tenets of comprehensive airman fitness. So you have your 4 domains. You have your mental, you have your physical, you have social, and spiritual. So I'm going to start with mental. All right, so here we are outside during this pandemic that's going on where we're all quarantined. So I decided to get some fresh air to talk to you all about the first pillar of comprehensive airman fitness. So that first pillar is, of course, the mental part of it. So what this means is we want to be mentally tough. So get our brains ready for any kind of challenge that might come across us. You know, life is going to throw a lot at you. You're going to get a lot of challenges in the Air Force, and you want to have that mental toughness so you can be resilient, for lack of a better word. You want to be able to push through all the challenges that come across your desk and come across your way so that you can be successful. So one of the things that would go a long ways in making you mentally tough is doing things that you don't want to do, doing things that make you uncomfortable, not taking the easy way out. So you have that voice in your head telling you, well, this is the hard way, but this is the easy way. So do the hard thing. That's going to make you mentally tough. That's going to make your mind strong. So get up early. You don't like to get up early, get up early. You don't like to go for runs, go for runs. You don't like to do whatever it may be, do that thing and do it a lot. And that's going to make you more mentally resilient. And it's going to make it so that when something really does happen, when life gives you a serious blow for something happens, you're going to be able to take that challenge and be resilient and push forward. Just being uncomfortable is going to make you mentally tough. And that's going to help you out with a lot of things in life and in the Air Force too. You're going to be a better decision maker. When you get put under pressure, you get stressed. You're not going to let that stress cloud your judgment and make poor decisions. You're going to be able to process that, say, okay, this sucks, this is our situation, and this is what we're going to do. This is the best decision. So it's going to help you out with that. It's going to help you control like some anger. You know, no need to, the anger is sometimes unnecessary, and it's going to mess up your situation. You know, holding grudges, that doesn't do anybody any good. Let that stuff go. Anger in some ways can be therapeutic, I'm sure, but having control of your anger is another sign that you're mentally tough. You got that mental fitness domain is way up there. It's pretty awesome. Because it's going to be tough. The ROTC program isn't exactly a walk in the park, but you're doing this tough thing now, and it's going to make you more resilient in the future. So keep that in mind. This is what we're doing right now is going to make you tough. It's going to pay dividends in the future. You're going to be more resilient when life throws you a curveball and you get that phone call that everything's going to hell, and you need to figure out what to do. And you're going to be able to step up, accomplish the mission, and not just fall apart and just totally lose it, freeze up. So that's what mental toughness is all about. And it's the first domain that we're going to talk about. Now, after this, the next domain is going to be physical, the physical domain. And I just mentioned that now as a transition because I'm all about good transitions. We're going to transition from the mental fitness into the physical fitness because one of the ways you can make yourself more mentally fit, as I talked about just a few minutes ago, is running, is exercise. The exercise, being physically fit, is going to help you with your mental fitness. So a lot of these domains are connected. So next up, we're going to talk about the physical fitness domain. And 100. Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Just getting a little workout in. I'm here to talk to you about the second domain here in this lesson, which is the physical domain, which is right down here in my gym. Now, you think physical domain, pretty easy, right? Just do some working out, but there's more to it than that. For one thing, let's talk about the benefits of the physical domain, keeping physically fit. It's going to keep you both obviously physically fit, but it's also going to keep you resilient physiologically, as we just talked about with the mental domain. Well, the physical is going to make you more mentally resilient as well. Other things that it does is it promotes a healthy system. You're going to have a healthier immune system if you're working out. You're going to just be overall healthy. You're going to have more energy. You're going to sleep better and have more energy, if that makes any sense at all, but it's true. And I mentioned how this can fit into the mental domain. Well, it can also fit into the other domains too. These are all they all kind of go together, these four domains. They're not stovepipes. They're kind of they do cross flow. So, physical domain. Obviously, it can help out with mental resiliency, but it can also help out with spiritual. If you're in a good state physically, you're going to have more energy to pursue any kind of spiritual activities that you may want to be doing, as well as social. This right now, I'm by myself. I'm alone. That's fine. But a lot of physical stuff really lends itself to being in a team or a group. So you get together with your buddy, go for a run, you go do a workout. You're in some kind of a CrossFit thing. If that's your deal, hey, more power to you. But it can be social as well. So they can also help out your social resiliency. So things to avoid here with the physical domain, obviously be active. But we want to avoid things as well. We want to avoid being sedentary. Sedentary is going to make you even more tired. And you're not going to sleep well. So you're not going to have energy at work when you need it. And when you need to go back home and go to sleep, you're not going to sleep well. Because you don't have you're too sedentary. You don't have that activeness going on. So if you're in a job where you do have to sit, figure out ways where you can get some activity going, Get up, do some jumping jacks, do some push-ups, run around the block a little bit. Or just get up and walk around, Just stretch your legs. Don't sit down as much as sit down as little as possible. Get a standing desk. Standing desks are great. You can stand up there, do some typing, all that sort of stuff. It's great. One thing I don't want to forget as well is the nutrition aspect to it. So, nutrition is just as important as the physical aspect of working out. You need to have a healthy, balanced diet. You can't have a lot of sugars in there. You don't want to have too much of anything, really. You can have some carbs, not too much. Have some sugars, not too much. Have some fats, not too much. That sort of thing. So everything in moderation. Make sure you throw in lots of vegetables, though. Fruits and vegetables. Don't go skimpy. Don't skimp on the fruits and vegetables. Gotta get a lot of those. So that pretty much covers the physical domain. We're gonna give you some more tips on all 4 of these domains at the end. But so excuse me right now. I gotta work on these guns. So, hello everyone out there. The third pillar that we're going to talk about during this lesson is the social pillar. So the social pillar means your ability to engage in healthy social networks. It can be your social support network. This could be your coworkers potentially. It could be your friends. It could be your family. And some things you can do is engage in positive activities with your social network. You can talk to them about problems you might have, any issues you're going through, so you're not isolated. And what you should do is keep an eye on people who are isolated. So if you're at a work function, you see someone standing off by themselves, go talk to them, see what's going on. Maybe something's going on in their lives. They want to talk to somebody, but they don't have any social friends they can talk to. Now, one good thing, if you do move to a new place, which we do in the Air Force, we move to new places and new bases, you might not know anybody. So a good idea is to get into a group of people that have similar likes than you do. And a great resource for that is meetup.org. And I'll show that right here. Meetup.org. Say you like to do knitting. Say you like to box. Say you like to play soccer. There's going to be a group of people in your community that's going to want to do the same thing as you. So you can go online and see when they meet up, maybe once a week, maybe once a month. Then you can go and hang out with them, and there you go. You got people that share the same interests as you, and that can be your social network if you don't know anybody in that area. It's a great service right there. Now, one of the things you can do is engage in social activity. So I'm about to engage in an activity we call watching a movie down here in our basement. Since we're under quarantine, we have no place to go, but luckily we have a nice setup here in the basement so we can watch our big blockbuster movies. So, with that, that's the social connected pillar. So, the next one we're going to talk about is called the spiritual fitness pillar. Okay, so now it's time for the 4th pillar or tenet of fitness. Now that 4th one is called spiritual fitness. As I mentioned in the introduction, spiritual fitness can mean religion to a lot of people, but it doesn't have to be religion to everybody. And the definition that we're going to provide is the ability to sustain an individual's sense of well-being and purpose through a set of spiritual beliefs, principles, or values. This is basically your own personal philosophy, your set of values, your own personal philosophy that you live by. Like I said, it could be religion, it could be nature, it could be exercise, it could be all sorts of things. Whatever gives your life meaning is what your spiritual fitness is going to be. So you want to make sure to raise up that spiritual fitness level by numerous ways. If you're religious, you go to church, you talk about whatever religious text you might have. If you're into nature, you can go out and go for a walk, go for a hike, be one with nature, all that stuff, very kumbaya. Now, so that's the 4th pillar. I think that pretty much wraps it all up. Now I want you to go forward with this and pay attention to people and pay attention to yourself. Be self-aware. Be self-aware of when you need help in one of those 4 areas. And also be able to identify when others are also going to need help in those 4 areas. And we have resources that can help. So obviously the first line of defense is you can maybe step up and try to help them out. Someone is struggling fitness, you can try to work out with them, be their workout partner. If they're struggling mentally, you can talk to them. Try to help it out on that level first. If it goes beyond that, there are other resources you can use. Mental health is a great one at the hospital. That can be at any hospital that that they have on any base. There's a mental health facility. That'll help people deal with any kind of mental issues that they have. Physical, if just being your fitness buddy isn't going to be good enough, then you can go to the gym. The Health and Wellness Center at any base is going to have fitness classes and things like that that can help you out, as well as nutrition classes that can help the people get better physically fit and have good nutrition skills. Another great resource is the Airmen and Family Readiness Center, which I mentioned before, but that has a barrage of different ways that they can help families cope with different things like bringing a new, having a baby for the first time, becoming a parent for the first time is a kind of a shocking thing, and it's something that's not easy to get not easy for everybody to get through. There's all sorts of change that's involved with that. Deployments, those are difficult as well. The Airmen and Family Readiness Center can help out with your family members while you're deployed, or help out with you while your spouse is deployed if it goes that way as well. And lastly, great resource you have is resiliency.af.mil. So www.resilience.af.mil. You go there, there's all sorts of resources right there that can help out with any kind of resiliency that you might have, help get your fitness in all 4 of those pillars up so be at the highest notch, and lets you provide tools to others so they can also be on that high level of fitness with you. Alright, so that is my lesson for this week. Please do a 1-page outline, not even have to be a page, just type up the main points that I was talking about in this lesson and submit it on Blackboard, and then you'll get credit for this lesson. How about that? Great, easy, very easy. All right, if you have any questions, you can always let me know via email or our weekly sessions on Zoom. All right, have a good day.